Apart from being tech companies, what does Microsoft, Intel, Amazon, and AMD all have in common? They are each one of about 150 companies that have pulled out of exhibiting at the world's largest tech show, CES 2022. Because after all, we are in a pandemic that always seems to get worse. We're starting this first video on my brand new channel, Denki, to answer the question, why does CES exist in 2022? If you stay up to date with tech or are in the industry, you probably already know about CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. But even casual followers of the space might have seen event coverage of it from YouTubers or tech blogs at one point or another.
Hey guys, this is Austin, and at CES 2018, I finally found some style.
Cringe. For anyone working in tech media or makes tech content, CES is a major focal point because it is quite literally a whole week dedicated to tech companies, both big and small, unveiling all of the cool that they're going to be releasing later in the year. And then you get to experience pure sensory overload by walking through these big, flashy, multi-million-dollar booths and getting hands-on experience with all of said cool shit for you to try out and see with your own eyeballs and touch with your own hands. It's really cool, and you get to experience all of this before any normal average person or consumer will. I mean, CES really brings out that hipster appeal to cutting-edge tech, a ray of light, if you will, in what feels like one of the longest work weeks in tech YouTube. And what makes it particularly stressful is that CES takes place in January. And not just any part of January, like literally the first 2 weeks, right as people are coming home from the holidays, from a really long vacation, and then they just get thrown into a week of content hell. Now, it probably sounds like I'm not particularly fond of CES, and I used to not like it, but this year is a little different, and it's honestly because of last year. While CES didn't happen in a physical capacity in 2021, it went virtual. But when they say you really don't know what you had until it's gone, I genuinely missed going through the chaos of it all.
And so I decided to speedrun CES 2022 for just the day. I'm gonna try to relive a bit of the past and to see what the world's largest tech show is like with a pandemic looming over it.
I'm going to CES.
We're listening to copyrighted music right now. But we can do this one more time if you want us to turn off the copyrighted music. Oh my god, you're going to CES, Ken?
Yes!
Oh my god!
You're tagging along too!
Wait, what?
Approximately 10 hours later.
Is that the boring?
No, that's what you are.
Emotional death! Why the hell do I bring you to these things? The convention center looks so different though. I mean, it's been a whole 2 years since we've been here in Vegas. First things first, we need to get Jared a badge because this is his first CES. You see, our CES plans were called off right before Christmas as people were pulling out. We didn't check to see if he got approved.
They should take anyone they should get at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right,
like any attendance is good attendance.
I got my badge totally fine, but Jared, on the other hand, after getting that sorted, we made our way to Central Hall. With how busy the show usually is, what's it like this year?
Shall we?
I think we shall. I'm kind of nervous.
This is the first day of press walking the show floor. It is surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, kind of surprisingly, not busy. I can leisurely take my time, walk around, actually take in everything without feeling claustrophobic or, you know, just, it gets really hot at CES. I would have to take off like literally all of my layers, but right now, I'm totally fine. It's actually really nice.
What about the booths? What are they like?
Welcome to my new booth.
Hello, sir. What are you selling?
Your mom. This whole entire LG booth was actually going to probably be something more, but instead they used all of the pallets. They probably shipped all of the TVs that I would have displayed and just laid them out on the floor, and now they have a booth. And I guess they have some PowerPoints instead of actual people here, which is probably for the better. It's actually very smart though. Imagine not having anything here and wasting all of that precious floor space on nothing. So if you look on the floor, there are basically just footprints of old OLED installations that they had at CES. It's actually just really cool. I mean, it'd be nice to just have... Yeah, I mean, it's not the same like OLED cave or whatever they used to do. It's not as flashy, but at least they're here in some capacity. A lot of the booths are seemingly in the same spots that they normally are. That's the weird thing, is that It has the bones of what used to be the normal CES, just with significantly less presence.
Then we went over to Samsung, where we let Austin experience CES for himself over FaceTime.
So, I have a little present for you. I don't know if you've seen anything of the Samsung booth, have you?
Zero.
Okay, perfect. I have in front of me right now the bespoke edition Z Flip 3 display with these robot arms. And supposedly what you could do is customize your own and it will just make it for you with obviously all of the ones that already exist. And they also had this really cool display. It's like the ad where it just rotates.
So are you trying to tell me that CES is cool? Because I'm not if I buy
Well,
one.
about that, so let's walk out of the Samsung booth. Here's the show floor.
Whoa. Yep, that's empty.
It's very easy to forget that CES is actually a trade show. It's not really meant to be this spectacle for media and YouTubers. It seems like a really fun show that has a lot of cool announcements and stuff, but a majority of the show is all of the business that happens, you know, at dinner meetings and pitch meetings and stuff that we don't see. I mean, it's called a consumer tech show, but a lot of business still happens here. And that's the main reason why CES is probably even a thing this year, despite the fact that attendance, at least from what it looks like around me, is not what it normally is. Guys, CES is so low key and emptier than usual that they actually, check this out, they moved the handicap parking closer to the venue.
While there were some demos that we couldn't get some close-up time with, such as Razer's modular desk or BMW's cool e-ink wrapped car, we still got to see some interesting stuff. I love that Samsung is going all in on crazy big curved computer monitors like this 55-inch Odyssey Arc. And Sony, of all companies, is getting into the automotive industry with two concepts of their Vision S. Oh, and I guess those PS5 color plates were pretty sick too.
One of the more crowded places was the lifestyle area. We saw like anything from sleep tech to health. Oh, and the coronavirus display.
Oh, and the
Coronavirus display at CES, really? But apart from that, there was actually a fair amount of people there, more so than Central Hall, which is where the party usually is. I think that this show had pretty much the bones of what makes a normal CES, just without the crowds. And I don't know if it'll ever be like this again, but
let's appreciate it while it lasts.
let's appreciate it while it lasts. And if it does end up being like this in the future, maybe I won't be so disappointed. Well, guys, it's over. Time to pack it up. No. All right, let's go. We're going home.
With NFTs here, I wish it was over.
Thanks very much for watching this first video on Denki channel. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think about CES 2022 or any cool things that you saw in the comments below. And if you guys want to find out about new videos that I'm uploading, definitely hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell to find out when I come out with new stuff. Catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe and take care.